Okay, we're going to pick up where we left off on polyatomic ions. So we were doing magnesium and then these polyatomic ions here at the top. So we already did the first one. So let's look at this next one. So we have magnesium with a +2 charge. We have the nitrate ion with a -1 charge. So we're going to need 2 of the entire nitrate ion. So we had a -2 here to go with our +2 magnesium. So we'll have Mg. And then we need 2 of this NO3 group. So we put it in parentheses and put our 2 on the outside. That gives us a -2 charge here, +2 charge here, a 0 overall charge. If we look at the next one, this is our carbonate ion. It also has a -2 charge. This one, since it has a -2 charge, and since magnesium has a +2 charge, they're going to automatically cancel each other out. And you just need 1 of each. So you get your magnesium with the carbonate. You don't need parentheses because you just need 1 of that entire carbonate compound. Sulfate has a -2 charge, magnesium +2. Again, just like the carbonate, you'll just need 1 magnesium and 1 of the sulfate ion. And the last one for the phosphate ion, you have a -3 charge that goes with our magnesium with a +3 charge. So this is kind of like when we did our ionic compounds and we needed to get the lowest common multiple, which would be 6. So I would need, for my magnesium, which has a +2 charge, I would need 3 of them with a +2 charge to make it a +6. And then I would need 2 of my phosphates with a -3 charge. So I'm going to take 2 of them, put it in parentheses, and put my 2 on the outside. So this is -3 +2, or excuse me, 2 of those, so that's going to give us a -6 on this half, +6 on this half. So it'd get Mg3, and then in parentheses PO4, and then 2. So try some more of these and see if there are any questions you might have on this particular topic. Now the next thing we're going to look at is going to be naming or writing formulas for your covalent compounds. So we learned how to name them using prefixes. Now we're going to take the names and put them into formulas. So in this particular case we have triphosphorus. Tri is the prefix for 3, so that tells me that I'm going to need phosphorus with a subscript of 3. Heptoxide, oxygen will be my second element. Hept means 7, so it's going to have a subscript of 7. Now these are just made up compounds, so they probably don't exist, but just giving you some examples of things to practice. The next one, you have nitrogen. Since it doesn't have a prefix, that means you just have 1 of them. With the trihydride, the hydride is hydrogen. The tri tells me that I'll have 3 of them, and this would be the formula for this compound. Now this one does exist, and this is more commonly known as ammonia. The next one, tetra, tells me I have 4 of my elements. So my element is sulfur, so that's S. So I have 4 sulfurs. Octa means 8 chloride, so 8 chlorine. So my chlorine, and then of course I would have my subscript of 8. And then lastly, we have dinitrogen, so that means, dioxygen, so that means we have 2 oxygens. Monofluoride just tells me that I have 1 of that compound, so you don't need a subscript. 1s are not put as subscripts. If you put it, it's not really wrong, it's just not necessary.